Welcome back to All the Stars Sailing Adventures. This week we left the beautiful Laurieton and set off for a quick sail to Port Macquarie.
After a few days in Port Macquarie, we sailed off early in the morning for Coffs Harbour. The brief stop continuing the next day towards Yamba.
We'd only been sailing for about half an hour when we heard the drag on the rod, so we had to quickly depower the sails so that we could reel the line in.
So we were running more downwind as the wind swung around to the south, and we were getting shadow from the main onto the genoa, which meant the genoa wasn't holding its shape and collapsing. So I've wanted to for a while since I've acquired this boat to try the big spinnaker pole to set up wing on wing so we can pole out genoa. And we happen to have the smaller genoa on, which is the number 3, and its size seems to suit this particular scenario where we run straight downwind, wing on wing. British Ocean, we're sort of 7 to 8 knots as an average, and our speeds sort of around about 5.5 to 6.5 knots. So we're keeping up with the Joneses, if you like.
From Coffs Harbour to Yamba was pretty exciting. We had about 2 metre swell and strengthening winds throughout the day, which was pretty exhausting for Jess mainly, pretty terrifying for me. So we're both pretty happy to get to Aluka that night.
Early the next day, we launched the dinghy and went ashore in Yamba and had a look around.
I had to leave the boat for a couple of days to get to an appointment in Sydney, leaving Jess to explore Aluka and surrounds.
And here, walking beneath the towering canopy of the Aluka World Heritage listed rainforest, is surely a sight to behold. With the towering strangler figs and many other species of Australian eucalypt trees, this well-established pocket of littoral rainforest thrives just meters from the powerful forces of the Tasman Ocean, protected only by sand dunes.
So here we are at Maclean. I motored up here this morning from Yamba or Aluka, and as Rach is off board ashore for a day or two, I decided to come up here and anchor up out of the wind and crazy weather that's coming tonight and tomorrow. Seeing as it's really glassed off out there, we might just make the most of that. And I want to been wanting to climb up the mast for a while and just do a little bit of sail track maintenance. So I'm going to be touching up some paint that was worn off at some stage up just below my second spreaders. Once the paint's touched up, I'm going to lubricate the sail track with some silicone lubricant, just because getting the main up and down is a whole lot easier when the track is lubricated. Right, so I've just joined my halyard here with my climbing rope, and I've just done a very simple double figure 8 knot. So with my halyard rope tensioned and climber's line coming down to the deck, just lock that halyard off, and then we just want to lock that off as well. So we know that we've got our halyard line is locked, no one can touch that, and we're not relying on someone to winch me up there. Alrighty, so before I do climb the mast, I quickly show you the setup. The ascender is there. Attached to the ascender I have my etrier or step ladder that comes down to the belay device, which is what we use to descend once we get up there. So when I get to the top, I basically take the ascender out of the system, clip that out. This goes back onto the belt, and then the belay device is the thing that you use to return with. The beauty of this system is you can adjust your height up and down without requiring anybody on a winch below you to adjust your height for you. See, here's our damaged area. I'm going to sand back these flaky edges and then mask up the area around it and spray that with a priming top coat enamel. It's not exactly the same white, but it's close enough, and from down there no one's going to know. And it's just basically to slow down any further corrosion on the sail track. I'm sure there's lots of boaties out there that have their own way of doing things, and if it works, it works, that's good. The system I showed you was the system I use because it is standalone, and there's contingency in that system, so you can, if something was to go terribly wrong, another climber can get up on the same line. It was then time to go ashore and pick up Rach. Bring her back aboard. Thanks for watching. If you like our video, please click like and share, and stay tuned.